This is the 10-year anniversary of Memetic, which was published by Boom Studios back in 2014. To commemorate that occasion, they've decided to release an archive edition. This is another apocalyptic story from James T., and no one writes the apocalypse better than James Tynion. As we begin, the world has already come to an end. It's day 3, but how did it get that way? Let's start over. Our first protagonist is named Aaron. He's your typical college student, and at the moment he's having a fight with his boyfriend over the text. Bored and unable to sleep, he decides to doom scroll the internet, and he runs across this meme that everyone's looking at. It's just a picture of a smiling sloth giving the thumbs up, and the whole world's just losing their mind over it. But Aaron is unimpressed. He looks at it and says, what's the big deal? It's just a stupid sloth. And everyone just mocks him for not being able to feel the same things that they're feeling. They say it actually makes them feel tingly all over and gives them a feeling of pleasure. Aaron, unimpressed, just shuts off his phone and goes to take a nap. When he wakes up, he's awakened by his best friend who's tapping him on his shoulder, telling him to wake up and look at this meme. She's also discovered this thing, and she's also in love with it. As they check the internet again, people are really losing their shit now because it's spread all over. It's on every social media network you can imagine. Aaron's still trying to get in touch with his boyfriend, and he's more worried about that than he is about this meme. Meanwhile, there's this retired head of military intelligence named Marcus, who's living alone, and he's getting a visit from one of his buddies who's telling him about the meme. Marcus is blind, at least he's partially blind. He's suffering from macular degeneration, so he's unable to see the meme. But when his friend describes what's going on with the meme, he becomes worried because him and one of his agents that formerly worked for him had talked about memes being used as weapons in the past. Marx decides to call one of his friends in the Pentagon a colonel, and the colonel has seen the meme also. Unfortunately, this colonel has also has come under the spell of the meme, so he's pretty much useless. With his last hope, Marcus attempts to call his agent. As it turns out, the agent, whose name is Barbara, has already started driving toward Marcus's house and shows up on his doorstep. She's way ahead of the game. She tells him that she's already writing a new paper about weaponized memes, and she thinks that this is an instance of just that kind of a thing happening. So she says she's going to try to trace the source of the meme. Marcus tells her to be careful, and they part ways. Meanwhile, Aaron has decided to hang out with some of his college friends, and they're just having a few cups of coffee at the local coffee shop. Meanwhile, the meme has started to sweep the nation. Even mainstream media has picked up on it. Cable news talk shows are talking about the meme, and the experts are declaring that it probably doesn't really pose any threat. Aaron doesn't have a good feeling about this meme thing, even though he's not affected by it. He also smells a rat, so he texts his boyfriend. Is like, "Hey, look, I know you're mad at me, but I got a bad feeling about this meme. Don't look at it." Of course, everyone's talking about nothing but the meme. The meme, the meme, the meme. And while they're having coffee, one of his friends who looked at the meme early in the morning, so he's had a long time of exposure to this thing, starts to just lose his mind. He starts bleeding from his eyes and going completely apeshit and just attacking everyone in sight and wreaking violence on everyone he touches. It's like they become superhuman killing machines, but like zombies. Aaron and his friend decide to get the hell out of there and deal with the situation later. On the arrival home, they find out that the president has declared martial law and shut down the internet. And it just gets worse from there. Like I said, no one does apocalypse better than James Tynion. Whether we're talking about Memetic, whether we're talking about Wordle Tree, Although we're talking about the nice house on the lake, no one does it better, and no one comes up with better ways for human beings to end themselves than this guy. I did not catch this series the first time around, so I'm really thankful to Boom Studios that they're putting out this edition for those of us who can't find this book, because it's really hard to find. If you can find it, you're going to pay a premium for it. So to have it in this archive edition where we can read it in the exact same format that it originally appeared is very cool. So yeah, I'm going to be picking up all 3 of these because I have not read this and I can't wait to see how it turns out. So that's going to do it for this Indie Comics review. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the funny papers. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.